What is going on? I'm Zedmot, also known as a non-moose on the YouTubes. Now, while you're jumping in to throw creator code Zedmot in your shop, we are going to do a quick pause here and have a look at these keys that have been distributed throughout the season. We've been getting 50 keys, 50 tokens every single day. And although it's been nice to be getting them this season, it's going to be a hugely rude awakening next season. I'm going to focus on next season for the moment, just because we've got only 4 days, 13 hours left in this season. So we're going to be talking season 51. Okay, starting with what we do know about season 51. Going to try and be brief on this. We know it's going to be called Stand to Attention. The troops that are shown on This Month in Boom on Boom Beach's official YouTube channel, we have no idea if those are in there or just whatever troops they had lying around when they were making the images. We know it's going to be a long season, September 25th to October 22nd. That is a bad thing. The fact is, right now we're getting 25 keys per chest on the diamond ranks. In longer seasons, typically it's like 17 keys per diamond chest. That changes per season. I really hope they keep that high number, because from this season where we're getting 50 keys, 500,000 tokens every other day, to a season where we're not getting anything because we're starting way back here at rank 1. In case you weren't aware, this is a full reset. Everyone starts at rank 1. Doesn't matter if you end at rank 23 or 24 or legendary 8, everyone starts at rank 1. Everyone starting at rank 1 with no extra tokens or keys in the shop, which of course they could add. I'm gonna be letting them know that doing this giant switch from all of the things to none of the things is going to be a complete and utter shock to the system. Could you imagine you had this like bad season, you finished at like rank 14, and you wake up early because you're all excited. Holy, I haven't seen a 6 engine room base in forever. Speaking of excited, I want to try Seekers, but that would be, danger. You know what? We're going to do Seekers just because it doesn't matter where we end up. All that matters is the fact that we end up in diamond or above. Anyways, like I was saying, could you imagine if you had this awful season, you were like on the brink of quitting Warships because you didn't like the format of season 50 or something like that, and then your first battle of the season is against Stoneheart. You're battling global #1 for your first battle of the season. Like, just an absolute kick in the junk. No better way to describe it than that. Like, this could be very problematic depending on how people do this season, depending on how they treat next season. There is a lot of potential for bad things to happen. Speaking of bad things to happen, I have no idea what's going to happen with my Seekers right now. I kind of assume we're going to be able to escape barely. Where they're going to go, I don't have a clue. Let's throw another smoke out there, another smoke out there, and then finally a shock. Oh, they all went left. Awesome. So I saw one Seeker going towards the left, and then they all went towards the right, which means that we are in a world of pain, but I think we can flare back there. We've got enough heavies left over that we should be able to get a little bit of damage back here. Just need to get that shock out there, trying to keep our Seekers going. Trying to do two things at once. Nobody wants to watch a video where it's just me blabbering and no gameplay, so trying to get a bit of balance here between the two things, and frankly not doing that great of a job. The fact that we lost that heavy actually helping us, though. We're going to get a bit more DPS from those heavies. We're going to throw some med kits out there, and we're going to be 2 minutes. Uh-oh, there's an engine room somewhere. Awesome. That is exactly what I was not looking to have happen. Not excited about that at all. I thought we were all done, but of course we weren't. Bullet is being an absolute champ, though. He is distracting all of those things like the shock blaster and the like. I have done this way too many times. The number of times when I haven't had a clue how many engine rooms are left is higher than it should be. Not paying attention to the bar up the top. Thought we were done, but we weren't. Still managed to pull it off thanks to those 4 boats of heavy choppas. You could say, like, I'm nervous about next season. Long season, no free tokens in the shop, everyone resets. Supercell has not shown that they're good at doing more than one thing at a time. Like implementing a new season this season and then randomly resetting everyone. So my biggest recommendation for next season is sleep in. The game season starts at 1 a.m. my time, 2 a.m. my time. I can't remember because of daylight savings time. I would highly, highly recommend not starting then. At least even give it an hour. Let the people who are pushing get ahead of you, because they are better attackers than you. They are better attackers than me. They are better attackers than 99% of the population. I know some people think that it was a full reset that is going to save them or something like that. It's not. Let them go ahead. Let them fight it out at the start and then jump in there. I just really, really hope. There's been a lot of people who've liked this season. There have been a lot of people who have hated this season. So regardless of which camp you're in, next season, be very, very cautious. I talked about that parking spot. Doesn't matter where you finish. Just get those end of season rewards. And you can do silly things like try random attacks like I just did. We're going to send Bullet. I should have tried using 2 boats of heavy choppas instead of 3, just to show the ability to try random things this season being way higher. I do like the fact that there's going to be a reset. I think there needs to be a reset every so often, or people forget what a reset is like. It's kind of like you forget that pain that is there. Nonetheless, all of the good things are coming. The fact that this season brought so many different changes, like the fact the prototypes were all tick 3s where we're used to getting tick 1s, all of those things, I love the change in the seasons. I like the fact that we're getting different things. It's just how things are implemented are not often to the best ability of the team. So change. Every time there's change in Boom Beach, it scares me, and every time there is change, they kind of reinforce why I'm scared of change in Boom Beach. So we're going to get that set of our good friends, the critters, onto that boom cannon to try and keep our dudes alive, hoping that some of our heavies make it to that doom cannon. We're doing okay. The only thing I haven't done, something that I've forgotten way more this season than any other season, is forgetting to scout. The fact that we have all of those keys and tokens just has made people have way more tech than they normally do, and you have to scout way more this season than we have in, I feel like, any other season. We're going to throw some critters back there, hoping that our heavy choppas get there first. Of course they didn't. That cannon is going to absolutely pummel us. We've just lost 2 rocket choppas, which is approximately 40% of our DPS. If we lose any more, we are in for a terrible, terrible finish towards these final couple engine rooms as we get those last couple barrages out to get rid of that sky shield. Trying to get Bullet out front so that we can get that kamikaze flare going. Right now, not a lot of benefit towards flaring that final engine room. Now that Bullet can throw that taunt out, though, we are just going to keep priming that pump, clicking that flare button as many times as we possibly can, trying not to, but I tend to forget. And when I get nervous, I start tapping that flare button. All the engine rooms are down. I don't know if we won or lost, though. On top of not scouting, I didn't pay attention to when our opponent started or finished. We won by 9 seconds. Yippee-yay. So I don't tend to put videos out about the next season during the current season. but I've been losing sleep over next season, so I figured I'd get these details out. That way you guys can tell me where I'm right, where I'm wrong, and what you think the best plan of attack is. Whoa, speaking of plan of attack, do they... Oh, the shock launcher's back there. Okay, so Rocket Chopper is going to be a good one for this. Maybe we can... Let's go something like this. Sure, let's do something a little bit different. We'll throw a Seeker towards those last couple engine rooms, hoping maybe, just maybe, we can do something a little bit wonky there. Let's throw 3. Speaking of throwing, we're going to go something like this. Heavy Choppas out front. Need to be very careful here that I'm not throwing my Rocket Choppas until it's until it's the right time. Now we're going to get over into here. Rocket Choppas slowly but surely catching up, which is a little bit unnerving at times. Critters there, just trying to keep that shock blaster from killing our troops. Of course, bullets going to be slow to get there, but we should be able to make that turn. We'll throw our cryo bomb there a little bit later. Anyways, season 51, very pivotal season. I think this is, as far as the player retention or keeping people playing or keeping people buying instant training or whatever the heck you want to call it, this is a big one. Like, this is one of the biggest seasons as far as that goes. I definitely worry about the state of the game and how things are going. I don't really care if you guys keep buying instant training or not, but my thinking is the more people buying instant training, the better the game is going to be. They can hire more developers. They can do all sorts of good things because they know things are going well. And when things are not going well, it is not a great place to be at all. As we throw a cryo bomb back there, trying to keep all of our troops alive. Getting bullet back out front, and now let's go something like this. I don't know what we're doing here. This is just completely and utterly making it up as we go along. My thinking is that we should be able to get some Seekers into that back corner at the same time as our heavy Choppas are fighting to get back there as well, which should, in theory, give us a little bit of oomph underneath that those sky shields back there. So we are going to throw all of our barrage back here. Don't know that it's going to do anything, but at least we've got our Seekers underneath there, and that was kind of a fun attack. Probably should have dropped our Seekers a little bit earlier. As you saw, our heavy Choppas already had the shock launchers distracted. It is what it is, though. We won by 3 seconds, so good way to finish the video off. Pretty excited on the fact that I managed to do a couple different attacks. By the way, if you're looking to use Seekers, do consider going 4 boats of Seekers with 4 boats of heavy Choppas. If you look on the global leaderboard around level 65, I believe it is, where are you at? Cron Howard has been absolutely crushing it. And if we have a look at his warship, dude only just got rocket launchers. It's hilarious. We have been playing checkers. He's been playing chess. So really neat to see. There's still some players who don't have shock launchers. There's still some players who don't have rocket launchers. I mean, like global top 500 players doing some fun, interesting things. So there have been some very good things about this season. The level 3 shock blasters and doom cannons and sky shields, where we're used to seeing tick 1. By the way, quick note, wanted to give a quick little warning. If you're coming across that laser, which is right there, pay enough attention to it. That laser, coupled with the damage amplifier or not, will knock your rocket choppas out of the sky. So be a little bit cognizant of that. Anyways, season 51. I'm sleeping in. I sleep in for every season though, so that's not a big change. I'm Zedmot though. Like, share, subscribe, comment, throw code Zedmot in that shop, either in Boom Beach or Brawl Stars or other games. I will talk to you soon, but please hit me up with the comments. Throw me your concerns for season 51, whether it be, I know I'm going back here, whether it be the tech tree, the starting troop, please God, no more tanks, or the fizzle meta with against Stoneheart, against Commander J Doom, against Knight Wada. Forget about it. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in. Peace.